Hey guys, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So today we are going to be doing a couple different things to my client here. So number one, she has some thinning going on in her hairline. So we'll talk a little bit about the plan of action for that. She also has a lot of congestion in the scalp. So we are going to help cleanse her scalp and start to kind of get away from a lot of this dryness, a little bit of dandruff. It could be a couple different things going on. And then we are going to give her a really good shampoo and condition, trim and silk her out. As you guys can tell, we got a lot of work ahead of us because this hair is nice and thick. So you guys just stay tuned. And then of course, at the end, comment down below, ask your questions, and I'll do my best to answer any of those questions within the first 24 hours. Let's go. Okay, so we started off by using our Soothe and Balance pre-treatment. I am going to start applying this to her scalp to help remove any excess buildup that she has going on. She was also very itchy. And then at the same time, she has some thinning going on right in the front there. So the zinc that is in the Soothe and Balance is definitely going to help. This Soothe and Balance pre-treatment is really for those who have situations like hers, where you have a lot of buildup on the scalp. You need to kind of get some relief. You have a lot of itchiness going on, maybe some inflammation going on. So this is definitely going to be an aid in your shampoo process. Now, when I put this on, I put it on the client's hair before I do the shampoo process. And then you can either just allow it to sit, or you can use a processing cap and put that over the hair with the Soothe and Balance pre-treatment on the hair and allow it to sit for about 5 minutes, after which you can use your comb and lift up any excess buildup that might be left behind. I also like to use the beds of my fingers just to kind of move the product around on the scalp rather than using a ton of product. You just want to move it around. And if you notice, I'm not putting the Soothe and Balance on the free hair. It is really for the scalp itself, and then I'll massage it in. And anywhere I might see any dry patches, I'll add a little bit more of the Soothe and Balance if needed. Now, this can be used on adults and children. It has a nice cooling effect. It doesn't really cause much tingle, which I don't really like tingle anyway, but it does cool and soothe the scalp all at the same time. And it gives you that nice minty, cool feel that will help lift up any buildup. So we went ahead and did the shampoo process where I used some Moist Repair shampoo. And then I did put a little bit of the Soothe and Balance shampoo on the second shampoo for her, just to kind of help to aid her scalp a little bit more. And I used some Hair Repair and Restore when I did the Soothe and Balance shampoo. Now, my sink was backing up with all this lather, so I had to rinse it out. And then I used a little bit of the Moist Me 24 Karat Mask to detangle and condition her. So now, before we start the blow dry process, I use some of our Super Growth Serum along with our Growth Stimulator tool. This tool is going to help to, number one, help the scalp to absorb the product a little bit better. It also is going to stimulate that blood flow in that area. And this roller has some little pricklies on it. It's not something that hurts at all. It is really just to kind of get that scalp to absorb more of that product and help to get that hair growing and that blood circulating. So that tool will be available in the next coming months. And then we went ahead and blow dried her the remainder of the way and started her press. Now for her press, of course, I applied some Frizz Tamer and Shine Serum to her hair. And then I made sure that I put that all over her hair because she does have color on her ends. And she is not used to being silked out. She typically wears her hair in textured styles or braids. So I went ahead and just made sure that I really protected her hair really, really well. And if you guys notice, I used a very small amount, no more than a nickel to a quarter size. Now for her silk press, of course, I did smaller sections because her hair is a lot thicker or more coarse. And I used the H2 Pro 1-inch titanium iron for this. But you guys at home are able to use our Elite Anniversary iron in the titanium for the actual silk press. With her, I was able to kind of do larger sections in some places. But when I noticed that as I got to the crown and as I got to the top as well, her density was a lot, or the texture of her hair was a lot more coarse. So I started taking a little bit smaller of sections. Now, this is actually my cousin, you guys. So a lot of you have never actually seen a family member of mine. So this is my cousin. She came She drove about an hour to get her hair done, so I see her when it's time to do her hair. But outside of the silk press, you guys, she is also dealing with some thinning issues right at the hairline, which was mainly the reason why she came to see me, because she wanted to kind of consult and see what we could do. So I definitely suggested the Goddess Super Growth Serum. I also suggested the growth stimulator, which it's not available yet, but of course she's my cousin, so she'll get one before anybody else will, but probably because she's gonna like bully me into giving it to her. But we talked about that. We also talked about her changing her hair care regimen, because she does like to wear a lot of braids. So what I'm doing is I am actually going to dress her scalp with a little bit of the hair repair and growth balm. This balm is great for people like herself, where after we blow dried her and we did all of the Soothe and Balance, she still had, well, I'm not going to say she still had, but her scalp did feel a little dry. So I went ahead and put some of the hair repair and growth balm on her hair after I silked her out. So if you notice, this is after the silk out, you guys, after the blow dry, all of that. And then if you also notice, I am not touching her hair. I am only applying it to her scalp in very small amounts and making sure that I get those dry patches that she might have. One thing that I can say, if you are dealing with a lot of dry scalp, if you're dehydrated, that kind of thing, this is very common. So oiling the scalp or dressing the scalp is actually not a bad thing. That's a good thing. It will not hurt. It will actually help. You can do it like once a week, and that's really all you need. All right, so I just said I was going to do some loose waves is what I call it, or curl waves. So I just used the same titanium H2 Pro iron, which is the 1-inch iron, and then just gave her some loose curl / waves. And then we use a little bit of Sebastian Shaper on her hairline rather than edge control, just to kind of lay down her flyaways and to also kind of melt the hairline a little bit. We did not do any gray color today, so I really just wanted it to kind of smooth out and blend in. And then I used a wide tooth comb and just kind of comb through, or like you could say rake through the wave curls, which is what I like to call them. And then I just kind of fluffed them out to give her a little bit of body. And that was really it, you guys. So when she goes home, she can pin curl her hair and go on about her way. She does not get her hair straightened very often, so I wanted to not take her too far out of her comfort zone and keep her in that body that she likes. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, comment down below if you're one that deals with a lot of dandruff or dry scalp issues. And then, of course, if you're using any Elite hair care products to help you solve this problem, comment and tell us what products you're using. Other than that, you guys, I will see you guys in the next video. And thanks so much for watching.